Hi, my name is Stephen Biddle, and I'm the IT Support Manager here at Oklahoma City University. I'm here this afternoon in the Gold Star building to give you a quick presentation over the technology we refer to as the Zoom cards. Normally I might do this training in person, however, with the pandemic, I felt that this would be the best way to get this information to you while maintaining safe social distance. The Zoom cards consist of 4 pieces of technology, the first of which being the Logitech Rally camera, the second of which being the LCD TV. Then we have the speaker bar, and finally we have the small form factor Windows 10 computer. Some areas might have a 5th piece of technology, such as a small USB speakerphone, which we refer to as a speaker puck, or it might have a wireless microphone receiver plugged into the audio input of the computer. The technology is controlled with 4 peripherals, 3 of which are the remotes, and finally a wireless keyboard, which does include a touchpad here, so that you are able to easily operate the computer from a standing position. The television, the sensor for the remote, is actually in the lower left-hand corner, so whenever you are powering this on or doing anything else with the remote, you need to make sure you point the remote in that general area. Whenever you first power on the TV, you may get a message that'll pop up that says weak or no signal, and after a few moments it'll take you to a desktop. If for some reason you never get a desktop and it stays stuck at that weak or no signal, what has likely occurred is that the speaker bar has gotten powered off. If that's the case, this is your speaker bar remote. Just make sure to power that on and make sure the computer is powered on, and you should get video. The reason why this is important is because the HDMI from the PC connects to the speaker bar and then it loops to the HDMI input of the television. The final remote is the remote for the camera, which is this here. You'll notice here that there is a button here at the top which will mute the video. The next one is the control for the pan and tilt. This button here controls the zoom. These 2 buttons are actually preset buttons. You can use those if you wish to set a specific spot in the room that you need that camera, say for example at yourself as the instructor. And then what you can actually do is point that screen there. You'll notice the computer's actually trying to go to sleep, so it's popping up again. But you can point that camera there, hold that one of those preset buttons down for just a few moments, and that now becomes the preset button. You can then move the camera to a second focus point in the room, set it there, and then at a touch of a button, the camera will automatically move to one of those 2 places. The computer itself uses a generic login, which is simply called Classroom User. There is no password on this. If you are first powering the computer on, it will log straight into the desktop. Otherwise, if it happens to come back to this login screen, you simply hit the enter key and it presents you with the desktop. We do have shortcuts for D2L, for Office 365, for the help desk ticket system, and also for remote support, so that if necessary, we can actually remote into this computer and assist you with any issues you may be having with the system. There is also the Zoom applications installed, and there's also the VLC media player, which is there in the event that you wish to present some sort of video content that you have generated. You can actually connect a USB DVD player and use the VLC media player to play those videos. Keep in mind that because this Classroom User account is a generic account and that it does auto log in without a password, that should you log into your email through the Office 365 or log into Zoom or D2L or BlueLink or really any other place that has your password, you want to make sure to log out before you leave the room. This is important because if somebody gains access to it has to come in the room and sits down and pulls up the computer, they can access anything you may have left yourself logged into. So do make sure to log yourself out when you're finished. Of course, I think most everybody has probably by now has used Zoom. As far as on OCU, whenever you log in, you want to make sure to select sign in with SSO, and then you will be presented with the username and password field, and you can enter in your credentials for OCU into that, and then you'll be ready to go. Now, one thing I should point out is because of the height of this cart, including the camera, while it is easily positioned anywhere in the space where these have been deployed to, the doors themselves are not tall enough to get these through there. So these carts must stay deployed in the room that they've been assigned to. If for some reason these need to be relocated, it should be done by campus technology, and then we will come in and get it to the point where we can actually get it through the door. So we just don't want somebody to try to push it through the doorway and end up knocking the camera off of there, because we certainly don't want to have to replace a quite expensive camera. But in any event, that really should cover everything. Whenever you are logged into Zoom, do keep in mind, if you happen to be some areas have a USB, like an overhead camera. If you have that, just remember that when you're in Zoom, you'll have to specifically select that camera so that the students can see your hands on the tabletop. And then if you wish to switch to a classroom view, you'll need to make sure to select the Rally camera to switch back to that. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. In the event that you have any questions, your best thing is to call the help desk at 208-5555, or to, if it's not something that's quite an emergency, but you still feel like we need to know about it, go ahead and open a help desk ticket, and we'll be happy to take a look at it. By all means, phone call if you're in the middle of class and having issues. Phone call is the best way of getting a hold of us. We do ask that you not send tickets directly to a specific individual, as this might delay the response time. If you have any questions, also you may about this video, feel free to contact me directly via email or phone, and I'll be glad to answer those questions. But again, on any trouble tickets, please go through the help desk for that. Thank you.